Today I'm going to talk about the problems I have with the Impact Wrestling pay-per-views. The first one is hype. These pay-per-views seem to have no hype at all, if I'm being honest. I feel like they just announce these pay-per-views and then they hope for the best. These pay-per-views have months to build, but I still feel no hype, and it can be a week before pay-per-view and I still feel like, meh, I don't care about the pay-per-view as much as I should. The second problem I have with them is these pay-per-views all being the same. Now, sure, they have different names. You have Hard to Kill, you've got Rebellion, you've got Slammiversary, and you've got Bound for Glory. But each and every single pay-per-view feels the same to me. There's like no difference to the pay-per-view. Bound for Glory is coming up right now. It's the biggest pay-per-view of the year, and it seems like they are building it just like they're building the other pay-per-views. Sometimes these shows feel like they're Impact Plus specials. I will not lie to you. Bound for Glory is in a month away, and how they advertise it is on the 21st of October, we've got Bound for Glory. Will Ospreay is showing up. Make sure to buy your tickets. And that's about it. Instead of them actually saying, this is our biggest show of the year, it's going to have the biggest stars ever, it's going to be one of the greatest shows in Impact history, or adding some sort of hype behind that to try and make it seem different from the other pay-per-views. But these pay-per-views all be looking the same. They all have the same Impact Wrestling stage. They all have the same pay-per-view packages. They all have the same hype packages. They all have the same everything. Nothing feels different behind it. I feel like Bound for Glory should stand out from these other pay-per-views. It should not feel like the other pay-per-views in terms of hype and how big it is, but they just don't promote it as much as they should, I think. There's some people to this day who think that Slammiversary is a bigger pay-per-view than Bound for Glory, when in reality, Bound for Glory is the biggest pay-per-view in Impact Wrestling. Impact Wrestling were hyping up Rebellion, and the main event, I believe, was supposed to be Josh Alexander versus Steve Maclin. But once Josh Alexander got hurt, it exposed how weak the card was actually, because I feel like the hype ran away from me personally once Josh Alexander was out of the equation. The other matches just felt like they were just okay. Mickie James also got injured, meaning Jordynne Grace and Deonna Purrazzo had to face each other, and they had like a week or 2 week build. The other matches, just seemed a bit random. You got Trey Miguel taking on Speedball Mike Bailey and Jonathan Gresham. That match also had like a 2 week build. And this is what I mean about hype. They literally had Jonathan Gresham, a former Ring of Honor World Heavyweight Champion, taking on Mike Bailey, one of the best in the world currently, and a former X Division champion, and Trey Miguel, who was the current champion. They literally had them all in one match, but it literally had no hype behind it. It just felt like another match they announced for the fans to watch and see. You had Bully Ray's team taking on Tommy Dreamer's team. I just didn't care about any of that. And then you've got Slammiversary, which also had a weak build. At least the pay-per-view delivered. And that's the thing. Each and every single pay-per-view delivers because of the talent. The talent they have is amazing. The talent they have always gives it their all in the middle of the ring. The problem here is not the talent, but I think the people who organize the pay-per-views or who try to add hype behind these pay-per-views. Because I was watching Rebellion and it honestly felt like an Impact Plus special. I won't lie to you. It legitimately felt like an Impact Plus special. I saw no difference with other ones. I felt like Under Siege was a bigger pay-per-view than Rebellion, and Under Siege is not even a pay-per-view. It's an Impact Plus special. Heck, Under Siege might be my favorite pay-per-view of the year so far, and it's not even a pay-per-view, it's an Impact Plus special. But that PCO main event with Steve Maclin was great. I loved Subculture taking on the ABC. Deonna Purrazzo and Jordynne Grace fought again. They all just feel like it's the same thing. There's no difference between an Impact Plus special and the 4 pay-per-views. And when you have the 4 big pay-per-views, they also feel the same. You've got the slow-mo hype packages. You've got the same entrance ring. The only one that had a different setup was Rebellion, because they were at the Rebel Entertainment Complex, so they are forced to use a different setup. But for these other pay-per-views, man, I just feel no difference. There's just nothing different. There's just nothing that puts the pay-per-views apart compared to the other ones. Well, that's just me rambling. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe. Follow me for more. And yeah, thanks for watching.